Clair de Lune was a song created by Debussy as part of the suite Bergmasi, composed in 1905. Clair de Lune is, if not the most popular segment of the suite, and is one of the most iconic songs. It is 2021, and the legacy of this song is still among us, even after 100 years have passed. Clair de Lune is around 5 minutes long, with its name being derived from the French word of moonlight. It is said to represent the feelings when one sees the moon. Millions have praised this song, with different interpretations of the song being created. Clair de Lune might be my favorite song of all time, because of how classic, nostalgic, and hopeful and sad it is. I first listened to Clair de Lune in 5th grade when we did our silent work, and the teacher would always play the song. It reminded me of a mix between the Spider-Man 2002 theme song and the Twilight Princess fairy theme song. It took me a while before I was able to get near her desk and look at the name from the Pandora app. I got home and looked up the song and listened to it ever since. Clair de Lune is really popular. It has millions of views across multiple videos on YouTube. In the comments, it talks about how people came from different media that have used the song, such as Ocean 11, Godzilla, or Danganronpa. Others comment their appreciation for the song, and others talk about the loved ones they lost and how this song makes them remember them. My favorite comments are of an account called Mr. Tortilla. They have been commenting every day, and the comment section has actually noticed and have now anticipated every comment. It's so charming, to be honest, seeing the daily thoughts of Mr. Tortilla, and to see they are very passionate about what they're doing. It's really cool, and I wish the very best for Mr. Tortilla, and I hope to continue posting. To get back on track, Clair de Lune holds a special place in my heart. Whenever I listen to the song, I feel a mixture of emotions. A lot of people have stated similar things, so it might be redundant to say it over again, but at last I will. Clair de Lune feels, for the lack of a better term, like life. Now, it may sound pretentious, but I genuinely believe it. Clair de Lune doesn't really have a definitive emotion. On one hand, it seems like a triumph and joy. It sounds like a start of a beginning, an optimistic outlook towards the future. On the other hand, it sounds sad and retrospectively. It sounds as if it's the end and you were looking at the past for one final time. The melody also shares similar contradictions, with it being both bombastic yet calming and serene. Before I go through the song, I want you all to know that I am no musical expert. I don't know what the fuck a G chord or F Pringle is. There are better videos out there that better explain it. But here's my interpretation. The song starts with a break from the silence with 2 notes. Then it goes on with a couple more sentimental notes being played, as if it's a reflection of everything or a realization of some sort. The notes begin to pile up more consistently and begins reaching for higher heights. If the song were to be visualized, it would look like a narrative diagram, going from resolution, rising action, climax, falling action, then resolution. The song begins to rise until it reaches a crescendo, a climax so blissfully. The climax feels as if you reached the top of a mountain or have gotten a realization that changes your worldview. The climax is the highlight, and personally, one of the greatest climaxes of all time. After that, the following action occurs, with which I can only describe as a whirl of memories coming back towards you. Nostalgia to its furthest extent. The energy then plateaus and finds a nice harmony between the climax and the rising action. This section always felt like a transition from fear to wonder and curiosity. The curtains begin to close as the song reaches its resolution. The ending of the song is important as it's the last impression the listeners get, and I believe the song's ending is my favorite ending to any song of all time. The song uses the original few notes from the beginning to close off the song, which is a clever way to tie it all up. The song then switches to different notes, such as signaling it's the end. A few more notes play, which feels as if the song asks one more question before going away. The song gives one more whirl, trying to find the answer. Ending similarly To My Way from Frank Sinatra. With a bit of pushing, the answer at the end is found. No other song has given me this feeling of finality and beginning, this feeling of sadness and joy, this feeling of the future and past, this feeling of understanding and confusion, this feeling of hope and despair. This song feels as if it's full of contradictions emotionally, but it's all held together, seemingly as one. But it isn't that life. Life is full of contradictions, and everyone's confused in this world. Some of us even find it hard to continue on. One of my favorite YouTubers was Desmond Amofo, or you as might know him from his internet name, Eekey. Eekey passed away due to suicide back in 2019. I felt really sad because of it, and one of the things that got me through it was Clair de Lune, specifically a video by Conroy Harrell, mixing both Clair de Lune and a clip of Eekey giving out genuine life advice. It's inspiring me, and I always listen to it to get motivated, and I highly suggest you check it out too. With the mix of his words and the music, I actually found meaning and resolve in my life. Clair de Lune showed me that no matter how hard life is and how turbulent it is, through all that pain and despair, there is hope. If you move forward, you will reach the summit and be able to one day rest peacefully knowing you lived a good life. So if you're watching this, don't give up. To end the video, I will show you all a poem that Debussy based Clair de Lune on. This is where the video ends, so if you liked it, like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell. And the poem is called Clair de Lune by Paul Verlaine. Your soul is a chosen landscape where charming masquerades and dancers are promenading, playing the lute and dancing, and almost sad beneath their fantastic disguises, while singing in a minor key of victorious love and a pleasant life. They seem not to believe in their own happiness, and their song blends with the light of the moon. With the sad and beautiful light of the moon, which sets the birds in the trees dreaming and makes the fountain sob with ecstasy, the slender water streams among the marble statues.